Well, hello and welcome to another edition of the CSG Vodcast. We have Jeremy Charlillo today from Nationwide Appraisal joining us with over 20 years experience in finance and real estate, now working with Nationwide Property and Appraisal Services, an appraisal management company that provides quality, timely valuation of services lenders, and homeowners. He's responsible for forecasting sales, closures, conducting sales presentations, product demonstrations, and expanding client relationships. He's generated over $100,000 in revenue working with one of the largest lenders in the country. Jeremy is passionate about improving processes, enhancing analytical skills, and building strong business relationships in order to help Nationwide grow and succeed in the competitive and dynamic appraisal market. Jeremy, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Dave. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's great to have you. We talked a little bit before in its ever-changing world of real estate, of course, the evolving role of appraisers. How has the role of the real estate appraiser evolved in recent years, especially with the increasing influences of technology and data-driven insights? What are some of the biggest challenges and opportunities you face in today's market?
Um, a lot of the opportunities or a lot of the challenges that we face in today's market, um, I mean, there's so many, but I'd say on the technology side of things, from the AMC side of things, we're also, we're handling things, we're doing quality checks, and there's new regulations that come out all the time. Certain words you can't say, things that are, have made an appraiser's job a little bit more difficult, so they need to get up to speed on, a lot of these regulations, and that's continuing education, just like with any similar type of role. But on our side of things, we're doing the quality check. We've actually launched our own AI that we use
Yeah.
to review the appraisals, to help with the quality checks. It doesn't eliminate the person from doing a manual review, but it really assists them and gives everything a really good scrub up front, virtually in minutes, sometimes seconds, identifying any red flags for the reviewer to check on and making their job in life a lot easier, making the process run a lot smoother, a lot more efficient, and giving us the opportunity to make sure we're not letting anything slip through the cracks, even if the appraiser does.
Wow. Yeah, and as big a company as you guys are, that's probably pretty intense keeping up with that kind of volume that you're dealing with, huh?
I mean, it was until this came along. This has definitely shortened that, and like I said, it's made things so much more efficient for our team
Yeah.
that they're able to take on more. So, yeah.
What do you see out there in the landscape of real estate and homes? I mean, I know things are always dynamically changing in this world. I noticed that the Fed rate went down a little bit. How does that affect? I guess it doesn't affect the appraisal much, though, does it? It's more for
Well,
mortgage lending.
eventually it trickles to the appraisal because rates impact prices. It's just how the market flows, and the way that what the Fed's doing now with the recent rate reduction, like everybody was getting all ramped up and excited, but mortgage rates didn't go down. I think they actually went up. So it's not
Yeah.
just a matter of the Fed going down. A lot of it has to do with like it's going to be projected that the Fed's rate's going to be in the future as well. So
Hmm.
that's another big piece of the equation, but there's a lot more that goes into it. I'm by no means an expert on it. Those are just some of the pieces that, the intangibles I know on the surface level just from reading,
Right.
articles on social media and whatnot. But yeah, it's like, when you're in an industry where, especially when it comes to like volume, you want to see high volume, you want to see a lot of loans turn around, you want to see people, buying homes, and you want to see, so you want whatever's going to make drive that, we're rooting for it to happen. So when that happened, yeah,
Right.
we cheered, but and you know wasn't like that huge spike because again, the actual mortgage rates didn't end up like actually going down. So I think we're getting
Right.
closer. We'll see what happens. I mean, we've got a new administration in there now, so I
Yeah.
know that the Fed's different from the executive branch, but I know, certain policies. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we're in that kind of like lull period right now. So we'll see in 2 months kind of how things start to shift on that side of things.
Well, as a layperson from your industry, I would speculate, and you could tell me, that if rates go down, then obviously there's more activity and therefore more sales, and you guys are going to
Right.
get busier. Is that a dumb assumption?
No, that's probably what I was just trying to use all those words that I was just using to say, and you just put it a lot more simply. Yeah, exactly. So we're always, as I said, we're always rooting for that. We're always rooting for something that's going to drive business and make volume go up. So 100%.
What's a day in a life of Jeremy like? What are you trying to do out there? Who is it that you're trying to connect with? How can we in our group help Jeremy in the world that you live in?
Yeah, for sure. So just to clarify, I'm not an appraiser. I'm an account executive
Right.
on the sales team. And so I've been with the company for 2 years now. And so really a day in my life is getting in there, getting my emails caught up first and foremost. That's number one on the list every day. But
Yeah.
after that, I'm trying to find ways to drive business, to drive volume, bring on new clients, and to help grow my existing clients. So I'm constantly communicating with prospects, those clients, letting them know about new products that we have. And in the middle of all of that, trying to get, current clients to bring on more business and new clients to come on. I've got to deal with escalations and things that come my way from current clients when they've got a problem. And that's when I got to drop everything I'm doing and take that phone call and, figure out what's going on, whether they need an appraisal. They've got a super emergency and they need a rush order and they need to find someone that could do it in 24 or 48 hours, which is crazy, but I make
Nuts.
that work for them sometimes as long as they
Yeah.
get me in the loop
Yeah.
early enough. And it's an area we've got a lot of appraisers, like I can usually make it happen. But things like that in the middle of all that. So by the end of the day, that happens. Some days it doesn't happen at all. Sometimes you can go like a week or two and no escalations, and that's cool. And then I'm just at that point making phone calls, sending emails,
Yeah.
and then hitting the road when necessary as well. Visiting my clients in person, doing local outreach, like visiting local mortgage brokers and whatnot, but then also traveling across the country for trade shows, to try to bring on new business there that way as well.
Awesome. So give us an idea of your typical clients. Who are your best clients? Or mortgage companies, I'm assuming. Mortgage brokers, maybe.
Well, like lenders, I'm looking to sign up as many lenders as I possibly can, and then obviously we want to
Yeah.
bring on the brokers as well that are utilizing those lenders. So really, like those are
Okay.
two big pieces of the puzzle. Really, the main target of what we're looking for to bring on. We get them set up with registered for their profile very easily. We use Appraisal Scope. It's a system a lot of other AMCs use as well, so a lot of lenders are familiar with it already. We've got it set up, our system set up so the brokers can sign up and then they can choose whatever wholesale lender they're actually using that we have signed up in our system. So it makes it a lot easier, takes a lot off the
Oh,
wholesale
nice.
lender's plate. So the brokers can have their own profile. Or we can set it up, if we've got a wholesale lender that wants to handle everything in-house, we could set it all up with them and the brokers go through them. So we're really universal in that respect. And really, we pride ourselves in being a one-stop shop solution really for everything because as a company, I mean, nationwide, it's in our name. So we've got literally every county in the country covered. I think we're over 36,000 appraisers on our panel at the moment.
Wow.
And yeah, so we've got a lot of, our traditional products. We've got everything covered there for traditional residential and commercial products, but then we've also got a full suite of alternative valuation products like desktop appraisals. And we actually just a few months ago launched broker pricing opinions or BPOs. And that's been, something that I've been asked about for a couple of years going up to the point where we finally did it. So I made sure I called all my clients that were asking about them before, and people are, already finding a lot of use for those now. So we really can do anything you need in the valuation space, and yeah, one-stop shop.
That's awesome. Sounds like a very white gloves approach to the appraisal world. So I would highly recommend all you lenders out there, private or brokers, that want to discuss this kind of appraisal activity with Jeremy. Give him a call, reach out to him. We've got a lot of information on his company at the end of this vodcast. And Jeremy, I hope we can get you a few more opportunities.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, connect with me if this is what you're looking for, and we'll get things going for you. I'll take good care of you.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, bud. I appreciate you. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Dave. Bye, everybody.